Hey everybody, it's Pedro Vasquez out here doing my fifth episode, and this episode I have my buddy Randy, who I've known for
2005,
2005. Has it been 2000? Is that when you got to Okinawa?
2004.
Four? Okay, yeah. So 18 years now. God damn, man, fucking time flies. Um, but as I got some feedback and some constructive feedback. I'm going to kind of talk about the barbecue a little because that's something that everybody was kind of wondering and what I use. So I'm going to show real quick the barbecue. You got some ribs, got beef short rib, got some pork ribs, and then you got some coleslaw. You have some spicy coleslaw, sriracha spicy coleslaw, some sriracha. Oh, you can't even see that. I'm going to end up having to close that blind a little, but then you also have some spicy potato salad, and then some just a quick cucumber salad. And then at the same time, Randy doesn't drink beer, so I don't know what the hell's wrong with him. But he's got some Macallan 12 Scotch that I got for him, and then I got some IPAs. I got a Cortez IPA when I was passing through through Colorado. I got another one from Three Barrels. It's also from Colorado. This one was actually really good. It's a blonde ale, and then a hazy IPA from San Antonio. Now this brewery, San Antonio Brewery, is amazing. And I know I do a little shout outs to the breweries and stuff, but I do that because I want you guys to be able to experience it, taste the beers, and just have that experience of the whole beer. So let me get a little taste of the hazy because this one's pretty good too. So what I'm gonna have, actually, Randy has some chicken fajitas as well that I made, and they're HEB chicken fajitas. So I kind of cheated on that a little because of the spices, but I'm gonna let him explain how all this stuff tastes after he chooses fucking food.
All right, first of all, it's delicious. I wasn't expecting it to be this good, but due to some recent findings, I can understand why they taste so delicious. There's a 5% upgrade in its cooking ability. So, but yeah, everything that I've tasted so far has been delicious.
Oh my God! So a little background, a little history on this is I did an ancestry.com, and I found out that I'm 5% African. So immediately, this boy jumped on that.
I can taste it. It's probably 7.5.
Oh my God! And I always joke at work that 5% is in one particular spot, but it's not. Don't worry, it's not.
Oh goodness.
But a little bit of the flavors. I don't typically push out a whole bunch of random flavors. It's usually, and I'm just going to be honest, salt, pepper, garlic powder, some chili powder, and every once in a while a little bit of brown sugar. But I didn't put any brown sugar on these. Those flavors constantly keep the barbecue great. You don't have to add anything special, or people put herbs and everything else. That's just not me. I'm just a basic guy, but with the mesquite cooking, it comes out phenomenal. And Randy can attest to this. So hopefully that'll be my whole transition into a business, is maybe doing a barbecue truck, not using pellet grills.
Ooh, delicious.
So, and then I have a couple recipes for some sriracha spicy coleslaw, and love this stuff. And then I haven't even tasted what I made in terms of the potato salad, but it's got jalapenos and sriracha as well, so I kind of like that whole spiciness. And then the cucumber salad is just kind of basic, so I'm not even going to go into that one. But so we're here to talk about some stories and stuff. And Randy and I have known each other for 18 years, but we didn't really hang out a lot. We were stationed in Okinawa together in 04, 05, and I went TDY a lot. So he was one of my supervisors. He was an E5 at the time, and I was an E4. Actually, I think I made E5
You made
there.
E5. Yep.
And it was always laughing and joking around, but we never hung out because outside of work, everybody had their own little cliques, and I just was like, whatever. I'm ready to get out of there, and I'm fucking going, TDY all the time and shit. But Randy did what
24.
24 years. He did 24 fucking years in the military, and it's been a long journey for him. It's been a long journey for me, and like I want to know the why. Why did you come in? Why did you decide the Air Force? Because a lot of people, I was going to join the Marines, and I fucking glad I didn't. I was just having some fucking beers last night with some Marines, and I was like, this is the reason why I didn't fucking join the Marines, man. But I mean, give me a little bit of your story.
All right. So graduating high school, I ended up getting my girlfriend pregnant after I got kicked out of college. So, but I had real strict parents. And so I was supposed to be going to college, and once I realized I couldn't go to college, and I didn't want to be that dude who had kids, and all I did was, work on my car all day and hang out and chase women, I decided to, try to make an honest woman out of her.
I love the laughing because I know.
And so I knew I had to join the military in order for this to happen. I couldn't join the Marines because all my uncles were Marines and unstable. And I didn't want to be unstable. Didn't join the Navy because, as you can see, I'm African American and I couldn't swim. So that was definitely not happening. When I saw the commercial about the Army saying they did more before 7 a.m. in the morning than most people do all day, I was like, that's not it. But I figured the Army would let me in, so I kept going to the Army recruiter every day, and I kept seeing the Air Force recruiter was never in his office. All I saw was, like, I'll be back at 12, and then at 12, it was like, I'll be back at 1 o'clock. Then at 1 o'clock, it was like, I'll be back tomorrow. So the Army recruiter tells me that he's the one who changed the sign for the Air Force guy. He said he never needed to be there because he always made his quota. And so I was like, doggone, maybe this is where I need to go. So I end up joining the Air Force after he made me lie. So they ask you a couple of questions. They're like, have you ever sold dope? Have you ever used dope? And I'm like, no, I've never done any. He goes, wow. Have you ever sold cocaine? Have you ever used cocaine? Then I go, no, that's dope, isn't it? And he goes, yeah. So then he sits back in his chair and he goes, look, I know you want to be in the military, but you have to be honest with me. He goes, how about this? He was like, you're about to be 18. He was like, you're from LA. We'll say you smoked weed but never sold it. And we'll say no to cocaine, either used or sold. And I was just like, but I didn't do either. He was like, come on now. You're African American. You're from LA. I know you use, but put it like this. We'll put it in your records. And if you want to use later on when you get in, it'll be something that's already in your records so we know you used to do it. So I'm like, man, whatever, as long as I get out of here. What I didn't know is that was going to cost me my security clearance because I keep answering the questions. No, I've never done drugs, never sold, nothing. So I could only get a secret and not a top secret, but I didn't care. So that's how I got in.
Oh man. Yeah, see, he was a little smarter too. He joined the Air Force, so you know how Marines are. Anyway, I love giving them shit, but there's going to be a couple of them that are watching this, so that's how it goes. But what did you join in 96, 94?
No, I joined in 90.
90. Oh fuck, he is old.
I am.
Shit. I see the grays. I don't have any, so
if it wasn't for that, I'd look 37.
So it was, as you were saying, like you left and you didn't want to fucking chase around women and do all that stuff. But I mean, come on, like, you got married and everything. Oh, but I know there was.
I didn't marry her.
Oh, okay.
I tried to, but
tried to make an honest woman out of her, but it didn't work.
I tried to make an honest woman out of her, but it didn't work. So I ended up meeting my wife at my first duty station, Cannon Air Force Base, and I did.
That's a shithole. For anybody that doesn't know, that is a shithole. It's what's the name of the place? What's the name of the town?
Clovis,
New Mexico.
So I was told that Never marry anybody from a small town. And me being a young airman, didn't listen.
It's all right, man. I got 2 divorces. Come on, we've heard the stories. He's heard the stories, so don't. I'm not gonna get into that. That's for another time, another fucking adventure. But so throughout your career, the 24 years, like, what were some of the good? What were some of the bad? You know, just to give everybody a little sample, because I just want everybody to know that, hey, this is how fucking the military really is. Because I know there's a lot of shit, a lot of good, a lot of bad, and sometimes it's just kind of you just live life and go through it just day by day.
Okay. 90% of it was good, was amazing. I would do that 90% all over again. If you gave me the opportunity to be young again, I'd go do it. That 10% though almost put me in prison. So I met a lot of good people. So I met a lot of people like Pedro, people who I worked with but didn't get a chance to hang out with, you know, outside of work. But since then, now that we're all old and more mature, we talk a lot more on Facebook. So, you know what? It's pretty good. Now, there are some people who I met who I would run over in a vehicle if given the opportunity. So everybody in the military, you know, isn't what they're supposed to be. So I guess they say what? It's like 2 or 3% of the population. And so we have the same thing. We have idiots. We have people who only care about themselves.
Absolutely. It's it's evident in some of the leadership, and you see throughout every rank that you have douchebags, and you see, you know, in the news where this airman did this or the soldier did this, and it's just ridiculous. But it's one of those where, you know, it's even evident in cops and restaurants where that chick was sticking her feet in the lettuce and washing their feet, or the dude, you know, and it's just like, come on, man. But everybody always, you know, I mean, we're held to a different standard, so it's hard to sit there and say, oh, you know, like, you guys are all just messed up or fucked up or doing stupid shit. But yeah, we're held to a different standard, so everything is highlighted for us. You know, everything is highlighted for us.
Yeah. So, but I think most of my awesomeness happened while we were in Okinawa. So I met some really good people who did their best, like Sergeant Vonal. He was probably my friend, but also a supervisor who looked out for me. Ran into people like a guy they called Black Jesus.
Wait, who's Black Jesus?
Sergeant Johnson. Did you?
No, I didn't know Sergeant Johnson.
All right.
Wait, Mark?
No.
Oh, okay. No, that's Jones. Mark Jones.
Yeah,
That's Mark Jones.
Now, yeah. Mark Jones is the opposite of Black Jesus. Jones is definitely the opposite. But, you know, still cool in his own right. All of them would take us under their wing and try to show us stuff and try to. The funny thing is, I believe Mark outranked me, but he was younger than I was. So the one thing I do wish I had done differently was taken my career more serious and did a little more studying instead of complaining.
Or getting in trouble like me.
I didn't want to bring that up.
That's right. That's right. I'm willing to tell that story any day. It's not even exciting. I mean, I said it in the fucking previous one. It's not even exciting, so it's not even worth it. I wish it would have been exciting. You know what I mean? Because then you got a fucking real story about it. But instead, it's just like, I broke curfew and fucking there I was, E7 down to E6. Fuck it. Overnight, literally overnight.
But yeah, you know, I was just lucky. I did some of the same stupid things. I just didn't get like caught. So, but yeah, man, there are some people, especially in the higher ranks. I'll call a chief unless I think you're an E9, which means you just hold the rank of an E9, but you're not necessarily a chief. Because one of my biggest things was learning how to take care of my people. And so if I didn't think you took care of me or the people, then I considered you a person who just wanted rank. And you had that rank and wasn't doing what you were supposed to with it, especially as a chief, when you don't really have to answer to anybody. You should be able to take care of those who need to be taken care of.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think we've we've kind of seen it recently. But we're not going to go into that. This is kind of cryptic because we can't.
Yeah.
This is living proof right now that we have going on. But yeah, Okinawa was pretty amazing. If you've never been, small little island. It's what is it, like 70 miles long, and at its widest point, like 13 miles.
Something like that.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. But I know he went TDY quite a bit because I went TDY quite a bit. I was
And we
always
never
gone.
went together.
And we never went to fucking together. Never. But I was upset because the last couple of months that I was there, I was always getting picked. Actually, from the get-go, I would volunteer. And then after a while, if you constantly volunteer for the shitty ones, because I just wanted to go everywhere. When you volunteer for the shitty ones, they're going to give you the best ones that, because it's just kind of like, oh, well, Pedro will go, Pedro will go, Pedro will go. And it was always like that. Everybody was getting mad because I was always TDY. And the last TDY that I went on, I got back and I had to PCS out of there. So I had to move back to the States. And I wish I would have extended because they had a trip to Australia. Were you able to go to that one?
No.
God, I would have fucking loved to have gone to Australia. I did a lot of stupid shit while TDY. I went to Thailand. You can only imagine the fucking stories there. I went to Sri Lanka. That was a fucking hell of a time. Went to Hawaii a couple times. Diego Garcia. Mainland Japan. Saudi Arabia. I deployed to Saudi Arabia. I went to Vegas for 6 weeks. I went to Florida for 6 weeks, Panama City, and talk about fucking partying. I'm surprised that I even have a fucking liver. But hey, cheers to all that shit, because that shit was fun. And where did you end up going during your whole fucking time there?
I went to all of those same places just twice as many times as you did.
Oh my God, fuck. You went to Thailand twice?
Yes,
Fuck you. Did you go to the PI?
I did.
Oh my God, I'm fucking envious.
And don't be. I was married, and so all I did was enjoy the scenery.
Mm.
And so the single guys had way more fun than I did at Thailand and the Philippines. And so yeah,
but it's definitely fun. It's an adventure. So if you're watching this and your kids decide that they want to ever join, have them hit me up or hit one of us up, because we have stories for days, and individuals that want to join. And I try to tell my son this all the time, but he doesn't want to join now. It's just a whole different world out there. You see, it's a third world country. Hell, when I went to Thailand, you can get a burger, fries from McDonald's for it was like $1.50, and that was in 2004.
Mm-hmm.
2004.
It was $3 in 2008.
Yeah, come on, and it's still probably cheap as hell. I mean, we used to be able to get fucked up, eat some fucking amazing Thai food for under like $7, $8, I think it was. You can get a Coke, a bag of chips, and everything for like 50 cents American money. Well, like, what the fuck?
This is better than Thailand food.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna fucking open up this fucking restaurant. I just can't wait. I just gotta wait a little bit and kind of, perfect a few things. But I think the most important thing is perfecting my sides. And I know we kind of go on little tangents, but yeah. So what, after Okinawa, you ended up coming here?
I came here.
And you were stuck here after that?
I was stuck here after that. So I went from heaven to hell. And so not that the base was bad, it was just temperature-wise. It was I hadn't felt heat like this except being deployed to Iraq, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia. Any place where it gets over 120 degrees.
It's like Tucson. And actually, Afghanistan looks exactly like Tucson. The scenery, the mountains on the outskirts, and the heat, the smells, everything's kind of just similar. Whenever I got back, and I landed here from Afghanistan, I really thought that I was back in Afghanistan. I thought somebody played a fucking trick on me.
Yeah, horrible.
But it's definitely fun. It's but you've been here the rest of your career,
Okay.
and still some. So like, it can't be hell that bad because you're fucking still here. Like,
All right, so part of it is because you'll find out that when you're in the military, especially for 24 years, your family will do a lot of sacrificing in order to follow you around the world. So when we got here, my girls made me promise that we wouldn't move in order for them to finally have a place to call home. So me growing up in the same place, I'd never really thought of having a place to call home because, my parents still live in the same house that I was, raised up in. So I don't know anything different. They had never had a place to really call home because we stayed normally in base housing or something like that. So, but we got here, they wanted to stay. I ended up buying a home. And then when I talk about leaving out, they were like, well, what about my room? Like, I won't have a room. I was like, you're 20-something years old. You don't need a room.
He babies his kids. Don't worry. I seem like I do the same thing, so it's okay.
I have girls, so I have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I do have a son. He was the reason why I joined, getting back to that story. But he lives in California with his amazing mother, who sought to be better in life and thought it would be better than marrying somebody like myself. She probably made the right call. No, she blew that one.
But yeah, with Randy, we were stationed together, we worked together, and then he came here. You came here in what, 2009?
2010.
2010. I was already gone from out of here. I went from Okinawa to Davis Moth to here in Tucson, and then from Tucson in 2008 I left to Korea. But I came back a couple times to TDY and visited, and I would pass through the shop and I saw him, and we'd kind of just say what's up or whatnot, but it wasn't anything crazy. And then about 8 months ago he started working with me again. So we definitely shared.
I got fired from I got fired from my really good job, and luckily this gentleman right here felt pity on me and hired me on base so I could get another paycheck.
Well, that wasn't without some trials and tribulations of my own, getting fired in the company that we worked part-time with. You know what? I'm just gonna share that. Should I share that story?
That'd be a good story.
Oh my God! So I work for a small company, and it was pretty fun. We always had a lot of laughs, and what we were doing was modifying aircraft. And the owner, pretty cool guy, had a son who was in his late 20s-ish, mid to late 20s. Yeah. And he was dating some girl, and they broke up. And they had been broken up for 6-7 months. I don't know. It was a while. I don't know why you roll your eyes, because it's true. It is factual fucking story.
In dog years.
No, it wasn't. It literally was like 6-7 months. Don't let this fucking fool fucking tell you that. But then I ran into her in Dave & Buster's or something, and we exchanged numbers and we started hanging out or whatnot. And it got a little physical or whatnot, whatever the case is. But it went on for a couple months, and then I kind of just forget it. Like not gonna mess with it anymore. And I was still working in the company, so Dad didn't know, son didn't know. Son was still or they weren't together. They hadn't been together in forever. But she also worked for the company. Well, when she left the company to go move to California, she decided to tell her ex-boyfriend that she had messed around with Pedro Vasquez. And well, Pedro Vasquez
was let go.
Let go. No, they said it was because they didn't have any work due to COVID.
Okay.
But they wanted me to turn in my badge,
Yeah.
and they wanted me to,
Yes.
yeah, gave me my last paycheck, gave me the couple hours of fucking vacation time. I just don't get it.
I
Like,
don't either.
bro, like I know what I'm doing. I fucking did the job for you.
You did an awesome job.
But
At the job and in the hot tub.
Oh fuck! And then there was a hot tub. God damn it! Tub. Shit.
A company
party.
Christmas party.
It was not a Christmas party. It was not a Christmas party.
A company Christmas party hot tub event. Yeah. So I don't know how they found out when she was leaving, when everybody knew at the party.
Yeah, but they weren't there. So I mean, it's whatever. It's whatever.
It is what it is.
And then I got hired onto this job, and I've been fortunate. I still work for the government. I still work for the Air Force. But Randy coming in has been awesome. I hope that eventually he gets promoted with what he's doing right now.
Me too. I mean, I may not be as good as this guy is in a supervisor position, but I can be better than some of the ones out there. That's
no, that absolutely, that's true. That is true. That is true. But I'm just a fucking normal guy trying to live my fucking life, making barbecue and doing the things that
and it's very good barbecue. I keep saying it.
This dude literally finished his fucking plate already.
I mean, he's playing around.
But I'm talking.
When brothers ain't talking, that's because the food is good.
Yeah,
I was doing a lot of talking, then you might want to go back to the recipe and work on
touche. And this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing this, is so I can learn to see if people like the recipes for the sides. It's not the meat. The meat I can fucking do. Like I've done it. I have brisket chili still in the fucking freezer right now. You're not gonna get into that shit. Fuck off. I took some to work the other day, and I let some of my new shop have some, and they wanted more, and I told them fuck off. Like, it's not gonna happen. They just can have one serving, and that's it. But I want to learn how to perfect the sides, because I think the sides it's gonna be what kind of, it doesn't carry you because the meat carries you, but it gives you a little bit of extra fucking street cred with that shit.
And it's delicious. The sides. I love the spicy. I never had spicy potato salad or coleslaw, and yeah, I will eat nothing else but spicy potato salad and spicy coleslaw. So.
I mean, I'm gonna make the sissy shit for everybody else too, but this is what I like. I like the spice. Now I gotta figure out what else to make. Like, I want to do some little sliders with some mac and cheese, and then some spicy coleslaw on top.
That might work. Just as how good it is. I don't eat coleslaw or potato salad.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, that motherfucker ate all of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
And now I know why, because I preferred spicy. And so if you can make me eat it,
And you'll never, delicious. Every place you go, you'll never see a spicy coleslaw or a spicy fucking potato salad. Like, Give me one place. I would challenge anybody on this platform who watches this to let me know where they fucking find it, and I will go taste their shit. Sriracha and jalapeno fucking make everything fucking great.
Definitely.
And I don't measure out, which I need to. I need to fucking do that shit, but it's just one of those things where it's like a taste thing. Like, I feel like my mom. I sit there and she could whip up whatever, no measurements, no whatever. Not even for cakes. Like, I don't even think my mom fucking measures for cakes. Does your mom do that shit?
Yes.
See, my mom doesn't. I think she just fucking knows it. My grandmother did the same thing.
No. In our house, if it doesn't taste the same way every time, then we have issues. So it's definitely written down someplace.
No, but it tastes the same all the time. They just don't. They dash of this, a little bit of this, a lot of this, and
I'm very picky. I'm gonna know a dash. I'm like, you're missing
an extra dash, or you put a little too much dash into it.
Too much dash in this one. So, but yeah, what did you love about Okinawa?
Oh God. I was married as well. But I love the scenery. I love the scenery of going out and checking out like Okuma, going out and hanging out and some of the mountains, the cliffs and everything. And then I also love the scenery from personal aspect. personnel aspect,
Mm.
the females. I
Oh.
mean, come on, let's be realistic. I mean, there were some very beautiful women there, but I was married at the time, so I had to mind my P's and Q's, that type of stuff. But God, everything was just so beautiful from the people, and it wasn't even just, I don't mean just the women. I'm talking about the people in general. They were so kind, so amazing, and then it was at the same time, you had that tropical island. And I'm from San Antonio. I had never been on a plane. I had never traveled further than like, around Texas, except for one time we went to Las Vegas. And I got there and I was like, I'm in heaven. And I just wish I would have stayed more than 3 years. I did 3 fucking years and got out of there.
7, but I think I stayed 4 years too long.
Yeah?
I should have left. Yeah.
Why?
Oh
Island fever?
no, I got in trouble.
Oh.
I got in trouble. I could have got my medal and got out like you, and
Mm.
ascended to great heights in the ranks of senior or chief. But
Well, that makes both of us. I didn't do that either, so we're good. Yeah. But I mean, you still had to have fun. Like, that's all.
I had now for me. I think what I enjoyed the most about Okinawa is the camaraderie between Americans.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have any other choice but to enjoy each other's company because you're on an island, you're in a whole nother country, and so whether you're from Texas, whether you're from LA, whether you're from Georgia, all of the stuff that currently we have issues with was not like that. So my daughters were able to grow up and go to school with everybody. There wasn't white, black, brown, or whatever. So what was really funny is I could go pick my daughter up and she could be with 3 different nationalities and they'd all be hugging each other, calling each other sisters.
Yep.
Like, this is my sister. And I was like, well, I don't remember sleeping with a Hispanic lady, but okay. And so, oh man. And so, but they enjoyed themselves immensely, which made me realize that, a lot of the stuff that our children go through is, is taught by the adults that they're around. So when you're over there in a culture like that, and an American is better than no American at all, then you end up being friends. You end up, loving each other and caring about each other. And so that's what I love the most. I won't say the women because I was married, but even though they say what you can do the window shopping or whatever, there was just
yeah.
There was the front of the store never matched the back of the store. It was.
Oh my God.
So, but yeah, other than that, but the people were really nice. A very loving and caring people at Okinawa, but they were also considered to be the country, version of Japanese people. So they were almost like up in Misawa. They weren't
like
city
Hicks.
folks.
They weren't city folks. They weren't from Tokyo or whatnot. But
the people from Tokyo looked down upon them.
Yeah, which is weird. But to your point about your daughter having all these friends that were of every ethnicity, every race. Recently, you see, they talk about how the military needs to get spun up on being woke and whatever the case may be. I don't think we ever had an issue with that. Everybody knew that everybody had each other's back. Everybody knew that, you had your little disputes with, and it's just like being with your brother and sister. You fought, you loved each other, you hate each other, but at the end of the day, no matter what, you always have each other's back. Always have each other's back. And I think society needs to kind of learn from that because we've kind of gone away from that. This country's divisive right now. We're divided.
Media,
And the media has played a big role in that.
The decisive part of the media has divided.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And right now, I would love to be in the military because they still have that camaraderie. Now, it's a little bit different. I mean, the millennials are a little weird. And then the Gen Zs. I mean, fuck, dude, when I was getting out, there's people that were born after September 11th. Imagine that shit.
Wow.
My son, had he gone in, he's 20.
Yeah.
He was born after fucking September 11th.
That is crazy.
So it's fucking nuts that yeah, it's only been what 21 years now. It's going on 21 years. It's still fresh on our minds, but we still have that brotherhood, that fucking brother and sisterhood, and it's just like I would fucking do anything for these dudes. Last night, and I was telling you, and I was joking, and it kind of sounds like a bar joke. There was 2 Marines, an Army guy, and then me, but we sat there. I never even met the Army dude or the Marine, but we had that instant fucking click because it's just like, yeah, we can joke amongst each other, but at the end of the day, we're gonna have each other's back, and I love that because last night we were just sitting there bullshitting, and by the end of the night, we're flicking each other off, and no other place can you fucking do that except for military members.
Right.
You sit there and have conversation, and by the end of the day, when you're fucking drunk, you're like, "Fuck you, motherfucker! Like you're a piece of shit, and you're fucking crayon eaters and fucking, that type of stuff." But if you told that to people outside, they don't understand, and they're just like, "What the fuck?" And they want to fight you, and then you got to beat the shit out of them, and go from there. But it's just that's the one thing that I miss. And in Okinawa, there was a lot of Marines, so you had to talk slow
and draw a lot.
And have like color pencils and not crayons because they eat the crayons. So you want to have color pencils so that it's a little harder for them to chew.
Right.
But
they get the fiber.
Yeah, but they get. Oh fuck! But it was I would say Okinawa was probably the best assignment that I had,
Right.
and I had some pretty good assignments. And it was just because of that. It was just the camaraderie, and that was my overseas stuff. Well, no, I can't say that. It was one of Korea's, and then it was.
No.
You never went to Korea, did you?
Oh, I went to Korea.
Did you?
Yeah, I went to Korea. It changed my life drastically.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did say that.
Drastically. Yeah, it was different. So, oh my goodness, those stories are amazing. So, Korea happened, and they say if you leave Korea with a stripe that you showed up with, it was a good tour. But if you made a stripe while you were there, it was like you got step promoted. And if you lost a stripe, that was par for the course. So I didn't lose a stripe only because I had a really cool first sergeant who filed some paperwork he probably shouldn't have to make sure I didn't lose a stripe. So
hey,
I wasn't innocent.
Cheers to that motherfucker, right? Cheers to that motherfucker. I just
wasn't guilty. Oh, big huge shout out. I want to say your name, but
Is he still in?
No, he's been out. So
yeah.
Yeah. And now that you mentioned a little earlier about I probably had some of my worst experience dealing with other African Americans who were higher ranked than I was. So not to say that everybody in the military was racist or not, or didn't exist. I just know that most of my interaction came with my own people.
Yeah.
And so, and I had some black people who loved me. I had some black people who hated me. I had some white people who loved me, and I'm sure I had some white people who hated me. But I did learn that most of the time it's not going to have anything to do with your color. People just aren't going to like you because you're an idiot. So I can live with that, and so don't like me because I'm dumb or I'm stupid. But yeah, so.
Or they don't like you because they can't fucking do the things that you can do.
That's right, like jump rope.
Envious.
Yes.
A lot of envious motherfuckers. You know what I mean? But it was good. I mean, you get that experience, and there's nothing that I would change ever again. I mean, even getting in trouble led me to do, way better things.
Right.
And
I would tell my own family members to join still today if given the opportunity. And I have a couple that are still in. So there's been a Carter guarding these borders of the United States, since the 70s.
Oh, wow.
I'm proud that it's still going. So.
Fuck, I don't think that's the case for me.
Well, it depends. which border are we talking about?
Look, man, it's my 5%, bro.
Oh,
that border.
Okay, that border.
Yeah. I wonder what my name would have been. Never mind. We're not even going to get into
Yeah,
that.
wouldn't have been Pedro. Pedro is not a strong
Oh
African
my god.
American name.
Oh my god. I mean, it could be.
No.
One of the Marines the other day was, he was talking about, my name Pedro, and then I had told him my last name. He's like, "Oh fuck, I thought you were white." And I was like, "Yep, I got that privilege, bro."
Right? Never thought that.
You never thought that?
Never thought you were white.
Huh.
Yeah, but I could spot it maybe. These eyes.
Yeah.
So, but no.
But I appreciate it. Thank you. You're the first guest, and I will say that I'm gonna have some shirts made, so you'll definitely have one. On the back, it's gonna say I had Pedro's meat in my mouth.
I won't be wearing
You won't be wearing that one? God, I really thought you would. I really thought you would. No, I got to come up with the slogan and the logo.
No, that's pretty cool. Just I'll hang it up
In the shop?
Yeah, I think a lot of people, it's got to be catchy. People would buy that all the time.
I know.
There are a lot of women who would wear that shirt who probably haven't even had any.
God, oh my God, Mom, if you're ever watching this, I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about.
Definitely the barbecue.
I mean, that's been around Mesquite around too,
You're
so
right,
it's got a little flavor to it.
It's got a little flavor.
But no, I don't think my mom will ever watch these. I hope she doesn't.
No, I'm gonna send my mom the clip to this.
Oh man, does Miss Carter make some good barbecue?
My mom, no. My dad, yes.
Yeah?
I tell people all the time the best barbecue comes from California.
No, he's so fucking full of shit. Don't even believe that.
Ask Roy Jenkins.
Yeah, Roy Jenkins is not. He don't believe Roy Jenkins either.
He's tasted it.
Well,
Roy's had my meat in his mouth. And I don't have a t-shirt.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get those t-shirts. Like when I open my restaurant and I don't know if it's gonna be Pedro's Barbecue or what, but it might be a tank top for women, a Razorback or something,
Hey,
and there might be tons of
Well,
women wearing.
You're gonna have to make t-shirts because we don't want to discriminate. There might be some guys who want Pedro's meat in their mouth.
That is true. Randy doesn't. Well, he did have it.
I had it in there.
He's not gonna admit it.
I'm not gonna wear t-shirts saying it. If you can't find this video, then they'll never be proved.
Oh, this is true. This is fucking true. I'm gonna see if CNN will post it out there because it seems like they post out propaganda. Yeah. So let's do this.
I'll be like Randy has no problem putting your meat in his mouth.
Oh fuck! Yep. Don't ever run for politics, man.
Never, because that's what's gonna come out of all of it.
Not all the rest of
it. Not any of
not the rest of the scandals. But I could never be a politician. I don't even have skeletons. I just fucking say what's out there. I just told you the story. Come on, who gives a fuck?
Who?
Yeah. Well, apparently they gave a fuck.
Yeah.
Because I got fired. So.
Yeah.
Let go.
Yeah, let go.
Laid off.
Oh, that was the same thing they told me at my other job before working for you. They were like,
"Oh yeah, because he stole a plane."
Oh yeah. I stole a whole plane.
Yeah.
And so until they found out I didn't. But we were both let go from the same company, just for different reasons.
Yeah, I know a couple other people that were let go from that company too.
So, but for me, I had nothing but good things because I didn't sleep with anybody's girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend.
If you want to throw ex in front of it, sure, but girlfriend is still in the title.
Oh my God.
So I get it.
This is probably going to be edited, and if it's not, attributed to the alcohol. You're welcome.
Got it. I now want more of your meat.
Obviously, so did she.
Obviously, if I ever had to go to court, I could say I understand.
I understand. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Character witness right here. Got it.
Definitely.
But hey man, I appreciate it.
Thank you for the invite.
It was good. This is going to be something. You're the first guest.
Hopefully,
there's going to be many
my
more.
Last time we can do this.
Oh yeah. I'm going to tell you right now. When I go to San Antonio, I already have like 6 or 7 people that we're going to gather around, have a barbecue, and do this shit. And I don't even want to fucking know the stories that are going to come out. God, there's so many.
There are.
I don't even understand because I'm an innocent child of God.
You know what? I am too.
Yeah,
Now that's the funny part, because we both are, and
innocent child of God.
rumors happen,
Yeah,
but they're
I
not
mean,
true. It's all fake news.
Fake news. CNN. It's CNN.
It's been fake news for a long time.
MSNBC. Whatever the fuck you want to
Right.
consider.
So,
But thank you. Hopefully you like the barbecue.
I loved it. I'm telling you, I'm really gonna eat some more once we press cut.
He's not. I'm not gonna let him. I'll save
Oh,
it for.
I
I'll save it for other people.
Or this is the last podcast because I'll steal everything.
He's gonna burn my house down.
I won't burn it down, but I will definitely take some of this electronic equipment and trade you your podcast
Stereotypical LA guy.
Yes.
Those people.
Those. I will be one of those today.
Oh fuck no! Definitely plenty of fucking food. He's gonna take. Oh, he can't take it to go fucking thing.
I'm on the bike.
He's on a bike.
Yeah. So.
Poor guy.
No, I'm not poor guy. It's one of my outlets.
Absolutely.
You talked about this in one of your other podcasts about military people who suffer from PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out that although I tried to deny it for years, I suffer from PTSD. Just because I'm able to control it a little better than some doesn't mean I don't have those same reactions. And so they call it wind therapy. Whenever I feel like I need to just get away, I jump on the bike. It's just me, and I can ride for hours and just think about stuff. And sometimes that's enough to help me get back centered, and then I'm able to be me. So I'm really a nice guy. I like to laugh and have fun, but sometimes that PTSD will kick in, and I'll need a new job.
Yup. And I, to your point, I agree, because that back there is my PTSD outlet. Making stuff like that, doing stuff like that. It's soothing. I just fucking get in the zone and I just fucking go to town making stuff. So I totally understand. You got wind therapy. I got fucking sawdust therapy. Whatever you want to consider it. That sawdust,
wood therapy.
That fucking that burnt wood. Just it just makes me feel a certain way. In terms of like fucking clearing your mind. So.
Yeah.
Get an outlet. Yep. Whatever it is, if you're watching this and you suffer, please get an outlet, because it makes a fucking huge difference. Clear your mind and take care of yourself. But again, I appreciate it. Thank you. I will get shirts. I don't know. I will make sure yours doesn't say that. I'm gonna get like 2 different. I'll get a censored one, I guess. I don't know. Whatever the fuck you want to consider it.
Put possibly on there at least.
Possibly.
I possibly had Pedro's meat.
No. If you're gonna go with it, you're gonna fucking wear the fucking. You have Pedro's meat in my mouth.
How about this? I possibly know someone who has Pedro's meat in their mouth.
Oh my god! But thank you again. I appreciate it, and we will do another one, and we'll come up. We'll come up with stories like, it'll be a little more relaxing, and maybe I'll break out and tell some other stories.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing once I clear it through some channels.
He's got to get the permission, and then I got to sign a non-disclosure agreement or something. I don't know.
Well, it's not.
I guess it wouldn't be a non-disclosure agreement. It'd be more like a fuck. I don't know. I don't even know. Whatever. Yeah. Anyway, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Definitely.